Anansi and Jamaica's 50th birthday. Anansi was very excited. He turned up the music on him iPad and danced all through the house. There was a very special birthday coming up, and Anansi wanted so much to be a part of celebrating Jamaica's 50th anniversary of independence. The town where Anansi lived was alive with music. The mood was festive. When Anansi was a little boy, his uncle used to make lavish costumes and floats for parades celebrating Jamaica's independence, and Anansi never did forget that. Later that evening, Anansi take a walk down to the center of the village where him see Brother Tokuma and Brother Weasel playing dominoes. Anansi shouted, "Hey, Brother Tokuma, give Brother Weasel 6 love again." Anansi laughed. Just then, Brother Jackass strolled by. "What a go on, gentlemen. You hear about the new TV show? Who Want to Be a Millionaire, Friend?" Brother Weasel, as usual, had something to say. "Yeah, man, me hear about it. If me was a contestant, me would have win the prize money." Suddenly, Brother Anansi's ears perk up. Anansi asked, "Brother Jackass, anybody can be a contestant?" Brother Jackass now drinking his coconut water. "Of course, Anansi. You just go down to the studio where them tape the show and tell them you want to be a contestant." Once again, Brother Weasel him chime in. "Brother Anansi, you going to be a contestant on the show?" Anansi answered, "Maybe, maybe not." "Brother Jackass, the question them easy or them hard?" Just then, Brother Weasel opened his mouth to talk. "I am not talking to you, Brother Weasel," said Anansi. Brother Weasel shut him mouth. Brother Jackass answered Anansi, The question them easy, Brother Anansi. Easy like cheesy. The next show, they will be asking questions about Jamaica 50 years of independence." Brother Weasel couldn't keep his mouth closed for long. So, Brother Anansi, you going to be on the show? You, Brother Anansi? Brother Anansi? When everyone looked around, Brother Anansi was nowhere to be found. Meanwhile, Brother Anansi was hurrying over to his uncle's house, all the while plotting and scheming how he's going to win the prize money on the new TV show. You see, Anansi knew his uncle started building floats and costumes for the parade since Jamaica get independence from the Queen of England in 1962. And his uncle should know all of the answers to the questions about Jamaica. So Brother Anansi started to grin. It look like a me I gonna be the millionaire friend. The next morning, Anansi opened the gate to his uncle's yard. "Good morning, Uncle. What a beautiful day." Now, Brother Anansi's uncle was just getting out of bed. "Nancy, my boy, how you do, boy? You see, I don't feel so well this morning. But I have to finish the work on the floats and the costumes for the parades." Brother Anansi said, "No, Uncle. Find somebody else to do that, man, until you feel better." No, said Anansi's uncle. "It's a tradition. Every year since independence, my father and me make sure the costumes and the floats are always ready for the parade. You know why, Anansi? Because the people them enjoy it. Them look forward to it. So I'm going to ask you, my nephew, to help me to continue the tradition." Anansi now plotting and scheming. Yes, Uncle, you're right. People must help people. Speaking of helping people, Uncle, if I help you, you can help me? "Help you do what, Anansi?" asked his uncle. But Anansi now thinking quickly. Well, Uncle, Me want to help some students that come from foreign know a little bit more about Jamaica history, Like who was Jamaica's first prime minister? Brother Anansi uncle interrupt. That easy, man. The gentleman name was Alexander Bustamante. He was cousin to Norman Washington Manley. Mr. Buster was the leader of the Jamaica Labour Party while Mr. Manley was the leader of the People's National Party. Two cousins are run things. Brother Anansi quizzes uncle some more. So uncle, you know what is Jamaica national dish? That is what I eat for me dinner last night, nephew. Ackee and saltfish. But me never have no saltfish. It get too expensive now. So me eat the ackee with the corn pork and breadfruit. Oh, by the way, breadfruit was brought to Jamaica by Captain Bligh. You know, Anansi boy, what you're doing is a good thing. I will help you. Brother Anansi could not believe how his uncle was such a wealth of information. He was sure to win the cash prize and the new TV show. The first part of Brother Anansi's plan was coming together. All right then, uncle. No worry yourself, you hear? Tomorrow morning I will help you with the floats and the costume. Later that evening, as Brother Anansi approached the TV station, him see a long line of people waiting. Him see Brother Weasel, Sister Cockroach, Brother Jankro, Brother Tukuma, Brother Hag Thomas and Brother Scorpion, all waiting to be a contestant on the new TV show Who Want to Be a Millionaire Friend. Anansi pretended not to see them. When Brother Weasel shout, "Yes, Brother Anansi, me see you." Same thing, me tell you, Brother Tukuma, once Anansi knows some money involved, he will be here. You see, I no lie, me I tell Brother Tukuma. Brother Anansi registered to be a contestant. Well, if you not have money, you can't be a millionaire friend. I will see una all tomorrow. Anansi laughed. The next morning, Brother Anansi wake up early. He got to see him uncle, and they both went to the workshop to continue building the floats and the costumes. As they worked together, Brother Anansi uncle noticed how Brother Anansi's face was frowning. What wrong with you now, me nephew? Oh, you look so like when jackass feel bad, Anansi now had a chance to plant him deception. Uncle, you remember the picnic them when me was I tell you about? But Anansi uncle shake him head. Yes, I remember. Well, said Brother Anansi, poor thing them. Them is so shy. Them afraid of people, uncle. When you talk to them, you have to hide and talk soft. Brother Anansi uncle was sympathetic. Me sorry for hear about that, Anansi. Brother Anansi him quickly interrupt. Don't worry, uncle. Me have a plan. When we go to the studio, the school, I will hide you in a bag over my shoulder. When you hear the teacher ask the question, you just whisper the answer to me. All right, uncle? And I will make them know what you say. Okay? That sounds like a good idea, Nancy boy. Boy, you really make your uncle proud. Later that evening, Brother Anansi with him uncle in him bag over his shoulder got down to the TV studio. Brother Anansi, trying to make his uncle comfortable, said, what a big school. And it looked like the foreign children them ready for some answers about sweet, sweet Jamaica. There is always a reward for those who is willing to help. And Nancy quickly hushes his uncle. Shh, uncle. Me no want you to frighten the pygmy them. So when you talk, remember, talk so uncle me can't hear you. Talk soft. Remember the poor pygmy them, uncle. The competition begins.
Hello, everybody. I am Cecil C. Simit, and welcome to the biggest show on TV. Who want to be a millionaire friend? It could be you, or it could be you.
All the contestants was in place. Sister Green Lizard, Brother Janko, Brother Thomas, and Brother Anansi. Well, Brother Weasel never made it as a contestant because him and the host catch up just before the show when the host asked him who discovered Jamaica, and Brother Weasel said the Arawak Indians. The host tell him say no, it was Christopher Columbus, but Brother Weasel get upset and tell the host that when Mr. Columbus reached Jamaica, people did there already long time. So the host asked the security to escort Brother Weasel out of the studio. All of the contestants now have them hand and the buzzer ready for the questions.
And now, the first question. What was Jamaica's first festival song and who sang it?
Brother Anansi hand was the first one to press the buzzer. Brother Anansi uncle softly whispered to Anansi. Brother Anansi shout out.
The name of the song is Bam Bam and sing by Toots and the Maytals.
That's right, Brother Anansi.
And now, the next question. Name Jamaica's national heroes.
Anansi once again was the first one to put him hand on the buzzer.
Brother Anansi.
Brother Anansi removing his ear from his bag answer.
Our national heroes are Paul Bogle, George William Garden, Sam Sharp, Marcus Garvey, Sir Alexander Bustamante, Nanny of the Maroons, and Norman Washington Manley.
That's right again, Brother Anansi! Other contestants could not believe what they were hearing. Sister Green Lizard, she shout out,
When did you get so smart, Anansi?
The competition is now in full gear. Brother Anansi and Brother Tukuma moving ahead of the other contestants, neck and neck with 50 points each. Now it was time for the final question of the competition.
And now, the last question of the competition. Whoever answers this question correctly will be the winner and walk away with the grand prize, a Mercedes-Benz CLS 500 fully loaded, free cell phone credit for 1 year, and dinner for 2 at Brother Mango's Tropical Restaurant and Lounge.
The studio was quiet. You could hear a pin drop.
And now, the question is, who is the fastest man in the world and what kind of food he eat for make him so fast?
It appeared as if Brother Tukuma and Brother Anansi hand hit the buzzer at the same time. So the studio had to do a replay. Brother Tukuma came out the winner.
Okay, Brother Tukuma, the question go to you. Who is the fastest man in the world and what him eat for make him so fast?
Brother Tukuma look over at Brother Anansi and him grin. And him say with confidence, the fastest man in the world is Brother Cheetah. Brother Tukuma could not believe he was wrong. Brother Anansi started to laugh.
We know the answer. All right, Anansi, what is the answer? The fastest man in the world is Usain Bolt. Him eat yam, banana, dumpling, bun and cheese, rice and peas, curry, goat, escovitch, fish, okra, sardine, I tell stew, him eat almost everything.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner, Brother Anansi! As brother Anansi was leaving the studio in his brand new Mercedes, him turn on him radio. Him notice brother Tukuma under a tree cussing to himself.
Don't worry yourself, brother Tukuma. Today for me, tomorrow for you. Come out of the sun, man. Make me drop you home.
Brother Tukuma climb into the front of the car. Brother Anansi, how you do it? Brother Anansi giggle.
No, don't get upset, brother Tukuma, because you never know the right answer. Now you know. You have to learn from your mistakes, not so. It's important you know where you come from in order to know where you are go. No so, brother Tukuma. Lad, smile, man. Tell Jamaica happy birthday.
Brother Tukuma now feeling a little better and a little cooler too in a brother Anansi new air-conditioned car. You're right, you know, brother Anansi. Happy birthday, Jamaica! As brother Anansi and brother Tukuma drive away, them start to sing.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you, Jamaica, happy birthday.
And me say so, is a Nancy say so. Jack Mandora, me no choose no.